You have to kind of put that aside and see that someone is there to thrust you out of such a terrible situation. And it may not be ideal to your emotional temperament, but it's ideal to your level up. Okay, so be coachable, show your level of maturity, even though you feel like a little kid going through the worst battle ever. Okay, this healing is for everyone's highest good. And we're back, y'all, for a general reading. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice, and mouths to preach the good news. May the angel of peace, prosperity, love, abundance, guidance, mercy, grace, and maturity watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe. Okay, so the TAKful Creator here. I want to just say thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your comments. Like, I really appreciate all of the energetic compliance, all the energetic assurance and support. You guys are awesome. We are awesome, because I know the only reason why I'm getting this energy is because I must be embodying this energy. So I appreciate you for showing me how I show up in the world. But to jump back into this reading, because you see that there's some kind of natural disaster. There's a lot of negativity here. This is like astonishing news. Like, and you see like it's a smiley face. Like, this might be like newsworthy to where people are excited to like journalistically showcase their skill on this topic. Okay, so what is this astonishing news that we're just gonna put over here, because we're gonna need some protection around it for sure. Okay, so is someone a video game tester? Yes, so someone is playing video games, or someone enjoys playing video games. They understand that simulation is a video game, but it's more so like they're using it to play in the worst way possible. Like, they're not using it for people's goods. They may be using it to take people's goods, you know, in a sense, be like an addict. Like, they're not playing this virtual reality in a way that is helping the collective, is promising for their future, or the future around them. Okay, so when we have this spider here, we think of spider webs. We think of the number 8 because they have 8 legs. We think of like arachnids, and if you kind of shift the letters a little bit, you can see like an arch. Okay, so when we take all that information and put it together, what can we say about a spider? Well, a spider is known for creating webs, right? And webs entangle other things. Because it entangles other things, it can have life fall victim and life fall prey to a possible ending or a possible death, right? Because the spider might use it for food. So you're being called to forgive, because that's the natural form of life, right? If you make your way toward a spider's web, you're oftentimes going to be food if you are natural prey to a spider. Okay, so if you are natural prey, it's calling you to be aware of your surroundings. Okay, it's also calling you to kind of forgive yourself if you happen to stumble into a situation like this. It's causing you to then forgive the spider for doing what is natural. Okay, now spiders are also, in a positive sense, representative of change, growth, and you being the master behind your manifestations. Okay, oftentimes when people manifest, they say things, they do things, and it may not be in line with their true intention. So the universe will protect you and circumvent certain situations, shift certain situations, so you can best align your intentions and then manifest something better for yourself. But with the spider, the universe is like, no, you're on your own. Okay, you keep saying that you want something so bad, so we're giving you the opportunity to get it exactly how you want it, and look at the chaos that is going to happen because of that. All right, you were going to fall prey to a spider because you didn't realize that you were prey in a situation. Okay, now who is prey in this situation? I'm getting this Pisces. This Pisces is prey, most likely because they're in the reverse. It's kind of like croak die type of thing, but I'm not saying that in a negative sense. Why are they being considered as prey? Because there's a certain level to them that has matured, right? They use their third eye chakra and their throat chakra to truly let the universe know that they are not the person that they once were. So because of that, the universe threw them into situations to see if they were going to react the same way. That's how the universe can see if you are the same person or not. Well, this this universe of ours definitely saw that the Pisces matured. They're not reacting the same way, but now they're kind of like on a fence. They're kind of like stunned in their path, like a fly in a spider web. They're stunned. You know, they're caught in that web. So what are they doing? Well, maybe they're chain smoking. Maybe the web that they were caught in has to do with chain smoking. I'm getting more cigars, tobacco, cigarettes. I'm not really getting, you know, I see nicotine here, but I'm not really getting like nicotine patches and stuff like that. I'm getting like tobacco with a bit of a kick being smoked, right? But not like, you know, the herbal stuff that the you know, the people back in the day used to smoke, that good green. I'm not really getting that. I'm getting more like what would be more harmful to your body, what would damage the liver. And the liver is one of the few organs that you have that can rebuild and become like brand spanking new even after so much damage to it. Okay, so it's like this Pisces is kind of like a lung, right? They've matured to where they can constantly replenish themselves from a setback, which is good, like a chain smoker, which is good. But because the universe sees them tiptoeing their fate opposed to running full throttle into their fate, the spider has, you know, arrived. What do we mean by that? Well, if you're a fly, confirmation, if you're a fly in a web and you're stuck and you're just like, oh, I don't see a spider, I'm just gonna figure out my way. You're doing it very, you know, slowly and cautiously. But like, if you see the spider, you're gonna, like, you see your demise a bit quicker, you're going to leap into action. You're going to be a little bit more agile. You're going to, you know, have more movement. Okay, now that's what this energy is saying. Like, okay, well, this Pisces, you've matured, you're in a way where you can see signs and synchronicities, you feel like you can protect yourself. Well, now protect yourself, be the role model, right, that you say that you are. And, you know, within this glow up, you know, show us that, show us this maturity. So this natural disaster is being offered by this Capricorn energy, right? And it's going to have to do with maybe the topic of chain smoking, while you're chain smoking, or like this Capricorn energy is going to be present while chain smoking does something to you and you have to go to the hospital. Okay, now I see the human trafficking card and firefighter. So now I'm getting more so like this Capricorn energy is either involved in this Pisces issue, possibly in a way that like they were outside smoking, and because they were outside smoking, they looked pretty vulnerable, and someone wanted to, you know, human traffic them. So they swooped in and they were caused to physically protect themselves, right? Physically fight, you know, in order to get away from this abductor. Okay, and maybe this abductor, you know, this human trafficker caused some kind of ailment to, you know, this Pisces energy, and so they had to go to a hospital or a clinic to get checked up. Now we can say the hospital because they had physical ailments, but maybe, you know, it was a sexual assault here with the human trafficking, and so now, you know, they have to go to a clinic to see if there was irreparable damage or you know, more to the story that they have to kind of take care of. Okay, where Basset would usually be there to protect, they were not. They were being called to use all the training previous to this point to protect themselves. And you know, I'm kind of getting like a cat laying down, like using one of his 9 lives. Okay, and maybe they became a little bit self-injurious because they were so, you know, what is it when you are running on like endomorphines? Okay, so like maybe they caused some kind of like physical damage to themselves because they were like so shocked by everything that was happening. Like they were like on an emotional high in a sense. Okay, and this may have happened on an early Tuesday. And although the whole experience was kind of short-lived, it left this energy and worry and despair. Okay, confirmation there, right? And this possibly has to do with maybe a Taurus, or the energy, because they're both flipped over, right? So maybe like a Taurus had to be on the side of this Pisces. So where the Capricorn was the afflictor, and the Pisces may be more like the victim, having to, you know, have like a hawk's eye view and like protecting itself, and overly like, you know, I wouldn't say being vicious, but being like a vulture, right? In order to remain whole while there being a lone energy out there. Okay, this Capricorn took advantage, and this Pisces now was giving a whole bunch of wisdom, but with so much going on, they probably need some kind of emotional or maybe physical support. And so that's where this Taurus comes into play to kind of, you know, add some restoration, so this cat can, you know, live on with the 8 lives that it has, opposed to 9. Wow, that was such a turn of events here, which wasn't really like a turn. You know, whatever boldness is taken off, you know, in a sense, because the Pisces was going through all of this while energetically aligned with the divine. They were able to see the video game play out, even though they were a part of it. Like, they're the tester here, and the divine is kind of like taking note, right? This whole, you know, sharks are going to attack you, sharks are here to get you, sharks are, you know, they smell blood, and it's the end all be all. It's kind of like removing that, you know, that fighter energy that these Pisces had is no longer there, because now they see like the only way to truly have a horse light, right? And that is being graceful and eloquent and silent in a situation where people want to scream and go crazy and just be overly external. You're being called to be internal and allow the transition of your progression to happen without outside influences being a part of it. Okay? Because maybe you allowing so many outside influences to be a part of your video game experience is the reason why you are having such a delay. Okay, so we see that, you know, it's knocked the boldness out of you, and I don't ever want to, you know, joke on anyone's experience, but it's knocked the assurance that you had that you should be attached to a fake twin flame. Okay, so maybe this Capricorn is a partner of yours, and you realize in a situation where you were supposed to, you know, take a moment to yourself, and or maybe a potential partner for you, or take a moment to yourself to like see if you even want to be involved in this, and they, you know, kind of had their way. Well, you now know when a certain person acts a certain way, they're going to show their fake flame. And instead of you maybe taking a smoke break, you can just remove yourself from the energy entirely. And no, I'm not telling you how to navigate. I'm just the type of person that sees that maybe one slight difference, one slight shift, even if it's awareness and perception, could change a whole dynamic. So let me offer maybe 2 or 3 ways to protect you for next time, because that's what I would do with myself. Okay, is there anything else? Yep, we need to know here. You know, bike riding, baby boy. Oh, okay. Yeah, so fake flame alert. I'm getting more of a sexual bike riding. Maybe someone has a baby from 0 to 3, or there will be a baby boy from 0 to 3. Maybe a baby boy was riding a bike or riding around. Courage to cowardly dog. Oh, maybe this Pisces has a baby that's from 0 to 3, a baby boy with this energy, with this Capricorn energy. But now they know, oh, and this Taurus is showing up in the upright again, or is showing up again, but now in the upright, that this Pisces has to take some courage. And even if they don't have a car or anything, they need to ride away with this baby boy so that this fake flame alert doesn't, you know, cause them such pain and sorrow again. It's like you're gonna have to remove yourself from this because you see, like, this is the Capricorn pile. We don't know anything about it. It's literally being hidden. It's being masked purposely. And this natural disaster, there's so much information about it, but again, it's being masked. All we're being shown is the temperament of the Pisces and the spiritual inclusion. Okay, so this is the higher vibrational. I guess this is the lower vibrational. Okay, so, you know, if you're this Pisces, trust in this Taurus that they're going to, you know, offer you this blue healing, you know, but you have to be mature, which means that even if you don't like what the Taurus is saying, or like how the Taurus is saying it, or whatever the case is, you have to kind of put that aside and see that someone is there to thrust you out of such a terrible situation. And it may not be ideal to your emotional temperament, but it's ideal to your level up. Okay, so be coachable, show your level of maturity, even though you feel like a little kid going through the worst battle ever. Okay, this healing is for everyone's highest good, including this Taurus. Okay, so, you know, help those that are helping you by, you know, allowing the help, being graceful. Okay, and accepting the wisdom that the divine offered in this situation, that the Taurus is offering, and even the Capricorn offered you. Okay, and see that now and before you had wisdom to offer. You just need to act on that wisdom too. Okay, so I wish you the best. I wish you healing and all of the luck that the divine can, you know, can share with you. And I'll see you soon. Until the next.